Hello. Hello. Happy Friday. We are back for another third Friday of wellness, meditation, and mindfulness with Magrini of Whitman-Walker. Let's see. Ah.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I was waiting somewhere else, obviously. So, but here I am. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So how have you been?
I've been okay. I've been getting more rest lately.
More what?
More rest?
Oh, it's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah. How?
Good. I was feeling really when we first came into lockdown or whatever you want to call it. About gosh, it's hard to even think about it like this, but maybe the second month in, I started just trying to roll with my body versus trying to stay on some artificial clock. So when I'm leaving the house and I'm going to work, there's a very kind of routine schedule that I use for sleeping and everything else.
Uh-huh.
And I was having difficulty sleeping, probably I often do, but by the second month in, I was really struggling with trying to sleep in that frame. And I said, well, don't try that. Try sleeping when you feel like you're going to go to sleep, which meant for me taking a nap maybe about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Sometimes I'd be out for sometimes I wouldn't go all the way out. Sometimes I'd be out for 15 minutes or so. But the refresh, was good. So I guess I'm saying this is a hard time, but there's opportunities to do stuff, to kind of figure out another way to be. Just, what's your time, what's your schedule. So, yeah. So, but back to struggling with sleep again. Still with all of that, I'm back to struggling.
Well, I hope the struggle gets alleviated.
Well, actually, at this point, it's fairly amusing.
Yeah.
No, because it's always I fall asleep and then I wake at some really ridiculous time. But it's always about the same time. So I've given up on the I'm not sleeping. I find something to do. And sometimes that's only 10 or 15 minutes and I can go back to sleep. But sometimes I'm just up and I do whatever. And that's being okay too. So
Yeah. What have some good things that you've been doing when you wake up in the morning? Like fun things for you?
not much fun. No, I'm a pretty serious person,
Yeah.
even though I think I'm a funny person, but I wake up and I read Audre Lorde, which I'm going to share with everybody today. It's called A Burst of Light. It's her essays when she was one of the bouts where she was really struggling with cancer, and she's in Switzerland in the piece I'm going to share today. Then I've always had plants, but I have become fairly obsessed at this point. Yeah, so the plants I had that I was semi-ignoring are thriving because I'm paying attention. And I'm just really getting a lot of pleasure out of, I don't have a pet, so I tend to these plants, And it's a way to not be focused in here. I'm focused on another thing. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Thanks again for joining me.
Oh,
I missed last month.
What'd you say?
I really missed having this time last month.
Yeah.
That you were able to take the time you needed.
I needed to. Actually, I'm on that same time again now.
Yeah.
I came back and decided, oh, I know how I want to work this time. So I took a little longer. And after we're done today, there's a lot of stuff I'm just going to shut off because, but just give myself time to kind of come back, to recalibrate. Hmm?
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Are you feeling any kind of holiday thing going on, or
I'm not really feeling the holiday cheer this year, but I am looking forward to like having some time off to like really spend with my mom, um, and with myself, really.
yes?
Yeah, and like not have to think about work or anything else. So I'm excited about that.
There's something to be said for no obligation time, no
Yeah,
doubt.
I'm really looking forward to cooking because these past 9 months I haven't been cooking as often as I was before the pandemic. Maybe I just feel like I haven't had enough time to cook the way that I want because cooking takes a lot of time.
It can, but I sometimes I go in and I'm in there for a couple of hours, no doubt. And
Right.
I know I cook for my own entertainment. That's part of what I'm doing. But I came off with two really fine meals earlier in the week that maybe took 20 minutes.
Hmm.
I baked a fish
Mm-hmm.
and I made some. What did I have? Oh, some really good rice.
Yes.
Can't lose. The next day I used the leftovers and made some soup.
Yeah.
How you gonna lose? So yeah, it can be really beautiful and not you don't have to stay in there all day. I promise.
Right.
Yeah, you can, and that's good too. I enjoy that, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I brought a little piece today to share, and but I want to kind of set it up a little bit. Um, we're talking about the holidays, and I'm not a real Christmas person. It's not my holiday, even though I do think the thing that's being thought of or honored is miraculous. Just it's amazing what we're talking about when we talk about Christmas. Um, but I know for a lot of people, this time is going to be difficult. It's difficult for people almost every year in some way. But for there's going to be a lot of longing. People want to be with their people. They want what they believe is normal. So we were talking about that sleep thing, and I want to wrestle my body into normal, and it wasn't doing that. And I think this holiday is kind of feeling the same way for folks and for me in some ways. I don't celebrate, but I do all the collateral stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be eggnog happening, there'll be those things, but the visiting, that stuff won't.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, we can feel loss around that, and that's not a bad thing. But I also want to offer us the opportunity to one sit with ourselves, if that's what we're doing, and to be grateful for all that we do have in this present moment and all we've had around the holidays in the past and what we hope to have future. But often we don't. I think if we go to the well and replay all those wonderful moments, we can have a really good season just in that frame of thinking about our friends and maybe contacting people or just sitting with yourself and enjoying what it is. So I brought this little piece. These essays are written during a time that she was attempting to heal. And the one I found, I went to um, December 20th, 1985. She didn't have one for today, but this is in 1985 on December 20th. She's in Switzerland here, and she says, a men's choir from the village sang Christmas carols tonight in the hospital stairwells, their voices echoing through the halls, sweet and poignant, and I cried for Christmases I have had that are past. But I simply cannot allow myself to believe that there will never be any more of them. So there surely must be. How different this season is from any holiday season I could have possibly foreseen. Dear Goddess. So for me, that points out that it's all cyclic, that this happened for her in her individual life. It's happening for all of us collectively now. Um, but it does go on. Her strong feeling was, because I feel it, of course there will be. So
Right.
what they'll look like, we don't know. But I know we'll have another opportunity to gather and celebrate each other. That I do know.
Yeah. Thanks.
So that's what I wanted to bring to the sit today. Yeah. So, do you have anything you wanna add before I get us kind of? All right. Well, in this seating today, in this sit today, I am bringing Audra with me, and I'm bringing family and friends that are distant. I'm bringing you, Miss Lady. Yeah, we're gonna sit together. And when I say sit, for those of you that might need a little bit of grounding, it's meditation, it's mindfulness practice. There's no, yes, there's a technique, but all we will ask for you today is find a position that feels upright, that you feel your rightful place on this planet. Okay? I understand how important, how singular you are in your brilliance. That's what I want you to feel. So feel that and show that. Get yourself settled, and I meditate with my eyes open, but you can certainly close yours. I use my hands flat on my knees, but wherever your hands feel comfortable. So if it's here like this or down, however you feel that. And all we're doing when we say meditation is following our breath. Simple as that. Thoughts will come up. This is not an exercise of not thinking. The idea is don't chase the thought. Don't start here and wind up in next week. Stay right here. Stay on your breath. That's it. So I use this little gong here to kind of, when you start, it helps to ride the vibration of this out with your breath. So in through your mouth, out through your nose, and just follow the breath as far as you feel it go. When it's time for you to draw another breath, you'll know it because it's going to happen. So don't worry about manipulating, okay? It's going to be good. So here we are. Feel your body uncomfortable. Shift around so you are. Just be relaxed. And just today, as I brought folks in with me to be my companions as we sit today, think of people that you feel love for, that feel love for you, and invite them into your heart. Let them sit with you. Be grateful for them. Some people like to use music when they sit. I generally don't. But if you choose to, it's nice to use something that's soothing, that doesn't draw you away from your sitting. Incorporate the things that make you happy, that make you feel calm, comfortable. So the noise we have on the back of me is going to be going on for a good 20 minutes. So I don't know how it is for everybody else, but it's really distracting for me. So I'm going to kind of come back here. And now what I will say is in real life, if sitting, not sitting here, that kind of stuff is going to happen while you're practicing. People will run around, kids will yell at you, depending on where you are. All these kind of life still happens while you're sitting.
Yeah.
I think it's a really great practice to work with that kind of sound. It's part of your environment. I didn't want to challenge it today because I have no idea how it works for everybody else. So, but I mean, it can be amusing to have the swirl of things going around while you stand pat. It's an interesting process to see because it's not holding tight when you're working with that. It's really kind of, you ever see people work with the crystal balls and it looks like they're not even touching them, they're just sort of um, juggling, but with such a light touch you don't see.
Yeah.
That's what I would be going for with that. You know, like, okay, so it's there, but I don't have to engage it. I don't have to let it engage me.
Yeah. We can't hear it that much on our end, well, on my end, but I'm,
Yeah, I can never tell if it's bad.
yeah.
It's my life now, you know. And but it's cool. I generally have a pretty timed when when they're coming, and I didn't today.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah, I think so. But so it's been wonderful meeting with you and doing this. And you know, if I have a wish going into the new year, it's that we find a way to continue and maybe kind of find a way to reach more folks. I think that this can be a really valuable tool if we share it.
I,
So
I think we should definitely keep it going into the new year.
that's wonderful. I'm loving your jacket. It's reminding me of my young day. I can't see exactly, but it feels like I've had something pretty much like that. So thank you. Oh yeah. Man, you wear my clothes. There you go.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
the
there are
hair.
a lot of pieces in your closet I would love to just, you know,
It's a it's a little crazy in there. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's like, hi, somebody's grandma bought kid clothes. I don't I don't really know what happens in there, but I liked it.
Well,
So I'm going to say bye to you and have a great holiday. I'm glad you can be with your people. Be safe. Hmm?
yeah. Be well.
I'm going to do my best.
Bye.
See you next year.
See you next year.
All right, bye.